Hello students, I am Dr. P.C.Kambodia, Associate Professor in the Department of English, BSR Government Arts College, Alwar, Rajasthan. Today I shall introduce you to the poem The World is Too Much With Us. It is a poem composed by William Wordsworth. This poem has been composed in romantic trend of poetry. So before coming to the poem, we shall be noticing what romantic trend of poetry is. Romantic trend of poetry begins with the beginning of the 19th century when Wordsworth composed the Prelude, and it was published in 1805 in Selincourt edition. Then people came to know that this kind of poetry kept nature at the focal point. The other poets who were there with William Wordsworth were Shelley, Coleridge, Keats, Wordsworth and Byron. All these poets sang about the beauties of nature and how much they loved nature. Say for example, Wordsworth lived in the Lake District of England. There he saw the fountains, cracks, beautiful sights of the lakes. And then he was inspired by such beauties, and then he kept on jumping into the rivers and then came out of those rivers, basked in the bright sunlight and climbed up the branches of the trees and swing them to and fro. This way he had sensual pleasure. But when he grew up, he came to know that the nature has got formative influence. It provides us food in form of fruits, in form of cereals that we eat, and when we eat, we have our own growth of our own body, then development of our mind. So nature forms our body, nature forms our mental strength, and when Wordsworth grew further in age, he came to know that nature has got some divinity. It has got its own religion. It teaches us. Say for example, the morning sun, the setting sun, and the other spirits that live in nature, all of them provides us morality. This way, the attitude of nature for Wordsworth kept on changing. This kind of romantic poetry has got another characteristics, say for example, loving past in comparison to the present time. They have the escapist attitude because they feel that there is a pressure of competition all around, and they are fed up with the fever and the fret of life. Since they are fed up, so they want to go to some other place, may it be some another planet. But this does not mean that they want to finish their life. No, not at all. And thereafter they sang about their own suffering. Time and again they refer to the first person I. Say for example, another poet, Shelley, says, I fall upon the thorns of life, I bleed. So they were singing about their pain, suffering, ill fate, and the maddening competition. Then Wordsworth is the leading poet in this romantic type of poetry. Then Sir Walter Pater says that addition of strangeness to beauty is a romantic quality. And this type of romantic poetry has nothing to do with sensuality, or I should say the skin deep love or attraction. Now we come to the poem, The World is Too Much with Us. This poem is a sonnet. Then we come to know that it is a sonnet of Petrarchan type or Miltonic type. This type of sonnet has got an octave of 8 lines and then sestet of 6 lines. The rhyming scheme of octave is A, B, B, A, B, B, A, and the rhyming scheme of sestet is C, D, D, C, C, D. And then one point or one concept is touched in the octave and the another concept is touched in the sestet. Earlier it was followed by Petrarch, the Italian poet, and later on it was followed by the English poet John Milton. And now William Wordsworth follows the same trend to compose The World is Too Much with Us. In the very beginning of this sonnet, Wordsworth draws our attention to our negligence of nature. Nature is beautiful. It spreads all around. And the beautiful scenes of sky, the seashore are there in front of us. But we do not look at them. We are closed within and we are closed to the world outside. We do not have an interaction to the world of nature. Pleasant life is there. Winds are there. The natural music is there. But who cares for such music? Who cares for such pleasant, cool air full of scent? He says that most of the time we are busy earning and spending. We take into consideration how much of wealth we have earned and how much we have spent, what is our saving, and this way the entire life is wasted. Then he comes to the sestet of the poem, and then he says that he would like to be a non-Christian. He would like to be a pagan. He would like to believe in pantheism, because there the gods and goddesses, they live. He will worship nature. He will try to pay attention to nature, and he requests us that we should also have some time in order to pay attention to nature, to take care of nature. Nature provides us a lot of food and the sources of entertainment. He himself says that whenever he was involved in some sports and nature was not involved, if those sports were indoor, then he participated them languidly. So nature can be a source of fun, a source of our recreation, a source of our mental peace, pleasure. We can go inside deep nature, try to feel the silence over there. We should try to be friendly with the elements of nature, such as trees, such as the reptiles over there. We should try to watch how nature changes and what nature teaches us. This way, the poem is, of course, a short poem, but it gives us a message that we should be one with nature and we should not try to develop artificial life of remaining indoor and always turning our back on nature. Such attitude is disliked by nature, as he himself is a person who walked maximum on foot in nature in comparison to any other poet. This way, the poem teaches us to love nature, to respect nature, and to be a part and parcel of nature. Thank you so much.